back in Week 4. The Falcons dominated their first matchup against the Panthers. Can Carolina even the score? Find out next on Madden Football.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Thomas. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
8 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, these two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Thomas. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook,
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Boom. That's how we do it,
safety
man.
blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. On play action, they'll throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He's going to go up top again. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. Leading them out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, here's Mond. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. That catch good for only a couple. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now Mond. He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Murphy. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Pollard. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving.
And oh, he coughed it up, and the Falcons grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons.
Oh, not ahead of you, baby.
Henry Ruggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that wound up traveling an even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down. Here's Mond. Throw left side complete. That's Roth. Touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Thomas. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Thomas. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Back to throw here. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he's got this down to the 35. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. And this is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And Lutz's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. And
he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Mond out of the shotgun. They'll get this off to Taylor. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mond going to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Flushed out right.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Thomas. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 11. This is the tight end fan.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3. On 2nd and 7, Mond. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one.
Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this 2nd half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the 2nd half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On second down, it's Pollard. 58 yards on the ground for him so far.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. On first down, Pollard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's George. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a give here to Pollard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league. Yeah,
and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Mon now off of play action. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Thomas. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Carolina. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
Thomas. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throw left side complete. That's Roth. That catch good for only a couple.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Second and 5 now. Mond. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Touchdown, Falcons. Henry Ruggs with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Come on, D!
Back to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Being chased out left. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's wrong. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Off the play fake, Mond. They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Touchdown! It's complete. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Thomas. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 20, so they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mond. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves. Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Mond. They're going for it. He finds his man complete. It's Roth. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Mon. Eluding the pressure right. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Mon looks to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Thomas. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll drop the throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 6 yards left on second down. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Falcons, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Carolina, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.